Hi, everyone. Hi, Dee Dee. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Hi, Tish. How are you? Thanks for coming in. And welcome to Just Wing It with Blake and Jamie. I'm just waiting on Blake. Hi, Paprika. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Hopefully, Blake will be in shortly. And the movie that, oh, you're getting ready to head to Michigan. How fun. Are you flying? I was gonna say, because that would be a long, long drive if you're driving. Oh my goodness. That is going to be a long drive, Tish. Hi, Disco Bob. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Paprika. Appreciate you doing that. Well, I hope you have some good company on that drive, Tish. That's a long, long drive. Ooh, Mount Rushmore. Yeah, I love Mount. We stopped there once, and we really liked it. It was nice. And I went through right around there is the Badlands and also Bear Country, USA, and it was really neat. You got to drive through and see all the bears. All it's all about in that area. So if you have time and you like bears, Bear Country, USA, it's nice. Oh yeah, I forgot that it's July. Yeah, and when we went, I think it was like the beginning of June. So um, it was still kind of a little bit on the cooler side for the north. So today we are going to, whenever Blake gets up here, we are going to review the movie Rain Man. I don't know if all of you were able to watch it. I think Paprika, you said you watched it. I think. I remember you saying that. Hi, Kim. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you. Hit that like button. It does help. So is that going to be your vacation for the 4th of July, Tish? Is that what you're going to do? I'm hoping just to go home for the 4th. I'm still because I just started my new job, so I'm trying to feel out my new boss. She seems pretty cool. So far, so good. I know a couple of you asked about Ken, so I can remember the last time I gave an update. So on Ken, they had to put the Holter monitor back on him because it wasn't, I guess, reading the greatest when he had it on for the last 30 days. So now he has that back on for another 30 days, the heart monitor, which he's frustrated about that, but I'm like, too bad, you got to do it. And then he has a bunch of pre-op appointments in August, and then he'll have his surgery in September. And I'm really hoping it helps. Yeah, you don't like, yeah, I know, good. But I hope this surgery will fix his pain. I sent Blake the link, and he said he was waiting on me. That's what he told me. So I don't know. Hi, Joshua. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. So while we're still waiting on him, what did you all eat tonight? Oh, thank you, Paprika. Hopefully, we're getting to the end of all of these surgeries and stuff like that. Rice and neck bones. Neck bones from what animal, Dee Dee? I wonder, do they taste different if it depending on the animal, or neck bones taste the same and you just boil it, or I'm not a cook. You're not sure? Yeah, I know nothing about cooking. That's Ken's job. I the hotel on this hotel on Wednesday nights gives like a little like light snack dinner type thing, and and Dee Dee. um but so they had like this salad bar stuff, so I made this big salad, and then what is it, Italian wedding soup or something. Oh, that was really good. And then some lemonade. Oh, and a chocolate chip cookie. Can't forget the cookie. So on Wednesdays I'll be eating a lot better than I normally do because and I have a feeling that's gonna be like that's what they give out every Wednesday because the last hotel that I was at that did this was the exact same thing. Oh, and here's Blake.
Hey guys, hello, hello.
You were late.
I know, I'm sorry. Uh, and
It's all
and
right.
plus, like somebody tell me why it takes 5 minutes for me to load into this thing.
I don't know it.
Every single time I sit here with that spinny thing, and it's at least. I don't think it's ever not pulled me up faster than 3 minutes.
Really. I don't know why then. I don't
And
know.
that's on different. I've done our podcast on three different Wi-Fi's, and it does that every time.
Hmm. I don't know because it doesn't do that to me when I pull up StreamYard. I don't know.
It's just the website, I guess. I don't know. It does it for me. Or maybe it's
Maybe.
because it's a link or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I'm
But I'm
sorry that
here.
happened.
Here,
I'm glad.
we got a little bit of a glare. Is that better?
Yep, looks good.
All right. How is everybody? Welcome to the show. It's just Wing It with Blake and Jamie. I'm stealing your line.
Okay, thank you, Tish. I appreciate it.
Ah,
Have a good trip.
well, thanks for coming. We'll talk to you later, Trish. Hello, Paprika. How is everybody? Good, good. Well, all right. Who watched it? Rain
I did.
Man. I did too. What a, it's just such a, oh my goodness. It is, I think this is the definition of a rewatchable movie. It's just so good. You know, it was a hit when it first came out. It it was like one of those movies that was word to mouth, like, hey, did you go see Rain Man? I mean, I wasn't alive, but I could just see, I could just, I mean, when you look at a movie like this doesn't get made today. This kind of movie goes, it doesn't, it's not a blockbuster, is what I'm saying. You're not going to get a major actor in this role in today's world. It's just dramas are not what's popping right now.
Well, and I thought I read somewhere that Dustin Hoffman actually um applied or whatever you call it for um Charlie Babbitt instead of his role.
Right. And uh, I can't remember. I think it was Gary Oldman that was cast to play uh, Raymond. Uh, that would have been insane. Could you imagine Gary Oldman? Like, that wouldn't have made much sense. But I mean, they it kind of would have correlated because their ages match up a little bit better. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
Tom Cruise it made you really like change for him because at the beginning you're like he's a scumbag, all he wants is the money, but then he starts actually wanting that connection, or he's getting that connection with his brother, and he was just so irritated because his brother was different, and he didn't want anything to do with him, and he just wanted the money, and then at the end it's like it's not about the money. You can take your $250,000, um and I want my brother.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think that was one of the big moral of the stories. I mean, it's just you've got a guy who started out as crap, excuse me, and goes through a transition and learns something at the end and comes out a better man. Like this is the same thing with Jerry Maguire, kind of, if you think about it. At the beginning you did not like him, but at the end, after, I'm not going to spoil anything, but towards the end he comes out on the other side a better man. uh, I
Yeah.
love Jerry Maguire. We need to do that eventually too. Such a good movie.
Yeah,
But
and and it he Tom Cruise, like overlooked a lot of his like what Dustin Hoffman could do
uh-huh.
for the longest time until he's like, wait, what? What did you just?
Yeah.
How did you do that? And then he started like thinking, oh my goodness, how but he was dismissing everything at the beginning because
Hmm.
he didn't he was different, and he would like not be able to handle some things, and he would just like when he got nervous he would repeat, who's on first,
Well, I just love how I really appreciated how detailed Dustin Hoffman was in this role. He played
Mhm.
everything with so much. Uh, I mean, it's so I who else does this role now that you've seen it this way? Nobody else can play this role like this. I can't even imagine anybody. Jeff
Yeah,
Bridges, maybe? I mean, I don't know.
no, I don't know if Jeff Bridges could have done what Dustin Hoffman did.
I don't
I
know.
I don't know who could have done a better role than better than Dustin Hoffman. He did a wonderful job in playing that role. And you
Yeah,
know,
so innocent, but yet, I mean, his attention to detail and how fixated he was on things, and I just it correlated in the mind of an actual, person with like an actual autistic savant, and you couldn't even had you asked anybody, you wouldn't even know.
yeah, the
So
the fact of the brother that he never knew he had harmed him at some point, and that's why they sent him away was heartbreaking.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I don't wanna spoil that just yet.
hi Dee Dee,
I
thanks
wanna
for coming in.
I wanna talk more about how um like just I want to think about the character's mindset for a second as to what he felt his whole life, okay? And honestly, I think that it was the total stab in the back that the estate, everything, it was meant to do that. It was meant to be his last, you know, I wanted my son, but I didn't have him and he never wanted to get it right with me, so watch this guy. And he knew he was the rightful heir. What I didn't understand is why what was it? A it was a 1949 Buick.
Oh, I can't remember. I
Yeah.
thought it was like a 72. Ken will know. He knows
Come
his
on,
cars.
Ken. Ken, I'm guessing 1949 and I know it was the Roadmaster. Buick Roadmaster.
They he said it like two or three times in the movie. I can't remember
Oh
what year it was.
yeah.
Oh,
The seats
Ken
were
said
original.
Ken said, "Yep, 1949."
Heck
Then
yeah.
you're right.
Uh, the seats were originally brown leather. Now they're a pitiful red. I
Yeah,
mean, and that's one thing also I caught. You saw, he said that his dad let him drive it last Sunday out on the driveway. So does that mean that he doesn't realize the difference in all of these years? Is he thinking about when he was young driving it, or was he and his dad like had a constant relationship?
I think he did because he said every Sunday, but not Monday. I can't drive on Mondays.
Definitely
So the
not on
dad,
Monday. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm assuming the dad came and saw him at least on, pretty regularly.
On a
Um,
Sunday.
yeah, to go and see his son. Um, and
Man, sitting here talk, I love this. These are things that I've always wanted to sit down and talk about. Like just one movie and this is awesome. I hope you guys are enjoying how our podcast is going. Give us a review, please. Let us know if you like us doing these movie reviews because man, just getting an extra point of view on some of my favorite movies is awesome. I love it. You always learn something that you didn't know before.
yeah, how do you guys rate the movie on the scale of 1 to 4?
Yes, we do our movie skills, and I'm gonna give it a 4. It's just I mean, not even trying to uh be biased at all. It's a total 4.
Yeah, Ken's cousin has trisomy A and autism and
Hmm.
ADHD. Like he has all these issues, and he's far worse than what Dustin Hoffman was. But
Right.
um, so yeah, Ken,
And I can feel close to home like that too because Natalie's brother is like that. He's had lots of surgeries and he's even worse. It's beyond the Raymond's character. So.
wow, yeah. So. I mean, yeah, it is real, and it's hard.
Yeah,
So
it's terrible.
Didi Didi gives it a 4. You know, I when I after the movie, I was kind of thinking I was only going to give it a 3.8, 3.9, somewhere around there, because
Mm.
I didn't like at the end that um Tom Cruise didn't get to have custody, and he had to give custody. I wish
You
he would have
know,
either moved
go ahead.
since he didn't get custody. I wish it would have been like they found him a home near Tom Cruise, or Tom Cruise moved closer
Hmm.
to him so he could see him more often than "I'll see you in 2 weeks." I mean, how often is he really going to go see his brother now? And
Right. That's a big point, I thought. I think that, it's life and he's just gonna fall back into his regular, self. He's so fixated on this life. He's never had a father figure, so he's always been on his own. His mother died whenever he was real young, so he never had a nurturing mother to show him that side. He's tried to figure out this life totally on his own without any type of guidance, and at this point he's become so self-centered that he couldn't even imagine what to do in this situation. And now that this has been brought onto him, it's pretty overwhelming. So I don't see him sticking out for the long run. Anyway, that's just that,
yeah,
that, that that's
well,
just how I saw it. But
and, and I mean, he's going to have to live his own life too, like get a
mhm,
job and stuff like that. And if he needs constant care, he's probably better off in that home. But I just wish um, that he would be like move closer, since his business failed and he had to give the $80,000 anyway, and he got
yeah,
out. I
you
wish
know,
they would have moved him closer.
let me take my grade back. Can I do that? Can I take it
Hmm.
back? Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna give it a 3.8, and the reason why is because I this is one of those very few cases where I just wanted more. I wanted a little bit more movie. I felt like I didn't get enough closure for some reason, and like that may be a little bit weird to say for a movie that's 2 hours long, but yeah, I could have used this. This is one of the very few instances where a 3-hour movie, or even as a three-part series or something like that, it would have worked. It could have worked, but
Well, maybe they'll make a part two now, 20, 30 years later.
oh goodness, he's gonna be an old man. How old would Dustin? He's
He
like 80
probably,
something.
yeah, he probably is really
He's in
old.
his 80s now. There's no way
Is it?
he could. Yeah, he's got to be. Somebody look that up. Chat, find out how old Dustin Hoffman is
Well,
for
Betty
us.
White um acted until she was 100 almost, like what, 99 and nine
Hmm.
tenths or whatever she acted till.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And let's be real. I mean, uh, can you remember how many movies do you remember of Dustin Hoffman's besides Rain Man?
oh wow.
I mean, see, you just you don't have. It's not somebody that you can just like, oh, this movie, this movie, this movie. But if you think about it, there's some All the President's Men, Kramer versus Kramer, um, uh, Rat Raz Rat. I can't remember what it's called. Starts
Yeah,
with an R though. And he hasn't been in these super huge blockbusters but a few times, but yet we hold him so near and dear to our hearts because of this one role.
hmm,
And
yep.
uh, that's
And
how I feel about it.
Didi says makes you appreciate things in life, definitely. And Ken says an issue never changes the person if you learn them, love and live. Yes. Yeah, Betty White
Yeah,
was 99.
Ken said he's 86. Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, so a part two of this movie would probably be unlikely, considering that uh, I just feel like he's too old. He needs to.
Yeah. Just
That's it. Just
just
doesn't
retired.
work. Dustin's, yeah. Dustin and I mean, it just doesn't work in today's world. You know, nobody's making this kind of movie. If somebody makes this movie, it goes straight to DVD, it goes to straight to streaming. It doesn't get a blockbuster point, you know. That's just how I feel about it. It's probably something on Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
pretty
kept
sad. Betty White passed away 2 weeks before her 100th birthday.
yeah. That's right.
And the Grim Reaper, he is a real douche for that.
Yeah, I know. It's Betty White, really.
Come on, let her have 100, man.
Hi, Lucy. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, so both Dee Dee
That
and
would make me
Paprika gave
mad.
it a
If
4.
I'm 99, I better make 100, okay?
I I know, right? It's like, come on, just give me
After that, it's borrowed time. Everything is borrowed time after 100. Even I've
exactly.
said I feel like let me get just like to like 76. I feel like everything past that is just awful. And then I'll take 76. Give me like 40 more years of this crap and I'm good.
Yeah, they still. That's right. They did have a big party for her 100th birthday. Yeah, and she acted up until pretty much she died.
Right.
So I mean, she was acting even at 99. That's just unreal. It's like, dude, when are you gonna retire, lady? Have fun, enjoy your life. Which I'm sure she did anyway. She
Oh,
probably
she
enjoyed it.
definitely did. She had a great life. She had a
Ken,
great life.
you better make it way past 50. You're not going anywhere.
Ken, that's a low number, bro. Come on. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta bump that up.
That that's like 2.5 years from now. No, you're not going anywhere.
Dude, you cannot. That's terrible. Why would you do that?
I know
Put a
you can't.
bumper on the pod already. I said 40 over here.
Oh, Dee Dee says her whole life she acted and she loved to entertain. Yeah, kind of like Dolly Parton. Dee Dee,
Hmm.
Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think she loves it and
That's
she's
why she
gonna do
still
it.
did that show. I don't care what anybody said. I thought Miss Dolly looked pretty. She looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, for what is she? 76?
78, I think,
Yeah, something.
76. It's just old.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-oh. I think he accidentally hit the wrong button, and now I hope it doesn't take 5 minutes from the. Yeah, she still looks really good. She's beautiful. I hope I look that good when I'm 76, 8, or however old she is. And she's still entertained. She still, is involved in. Um, there you are. You
Sorry,
disappeared.
I cut myself out by accident.
No problem. But yeah,
We
you know,
lost
so
him.
so I really liked the movie. My favorite part is when they go to Vegas and then like afterwards like he's telling the person, "What would you do with Charlie Babbitt?" And he goes,
Counting cards. I
and
like
yeah, counting
I
cards.
like when he's like he's doing. Are you paying attention, Bray? Yeah, yeah. They're falling on the ground.
Yeah.
And he's still keeping the count as they're going. He's not even like he's just like, yeah, look, they're falling on the ground. I love that part. And he's like, I kissed what's her name? I
Suzanne.
kissed Susanna. I kissed Suzanne. And he said, "You kissed Suzanne?" And he's like, "Yeah, what did it feel like to kiss a woman? Very wet."
Yeah.
And
Wet.
he's putting the sunscreen on him. He's like, all right, now how's that feel? Very slippery.
Yeah.
Just anytime he put a little zing out there for you, it was nice. Uh, I'll have to let you drive sometime, and he yanks the steering wheel.
I
Course,
know,
I don't have
right?
my that's my favorite scene is the what difference does it make where you buy underwear? It is underwear wherever you buy it. And then he goes, you got to get it at Kmart. It sent me after he goes, it is underwear wherever you buy it. And then he goes, at Kmart, you got to get it at Kmart. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Every time I'm just like that he doesn't care. That's how fixated he is about everything in his life. And it's amazing. He's like, of course I don't have my underwear. He's like, what are you talking about? I gave you a pair of mine. He said they were too tight. He said, well, what'd you do with them? Of course they're in the pocket of my jacket. He just pulls them out. Oh,
Well,
that shit was funny.
and then at the end, if he the guy goes, well, we'll go to Kmart and get your clothes. He goes, Ray, tell him Kmart sucks.
Kmart sucks. Yes, that is awesome. Kmart sucks. I'm gonna get that tattooed on me.
No, right. That might not be a good thing. Well, and
I
plus,
don't care.
there isn't any Kmarts anymore,
You know what I
so
want? I want Andy tattooed on the bottom of my foot, like on one of his toys, like the Toy
on the
Story.
Toy Story.
Yeah.
And Ken said,
But
I
that would
hated the.
hurt so bad.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Ken said, I hated the first half because of an a-hole, but the second was great. Yeah, because I mean, he was just focused on money. But it's a good storyline
Yeah,
because so many people are focused on money, and
yeah.
then it's not a,
You find a
then they learn a,
relationship along the way that just, kind of puts a
hmm
fork in whatever you had planned in the first place.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yep, yep. I loved it. Do you have anybody that you would recast?
Um, Not for Dustin Hoffman. For Tom Cruise, um, actually anybody could have played Tom Cruise's role.
Really? Really? I
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
uh, you know, I think oddly enough, his role is just as hard as, if not harder than Dustin's, because I just I need you to just kind of, he's not the one to really be the bad guy a whole lot. I mean, yeah, he learns a lot, but usually, genuinely, you like whatever role Tom Cruise is doing. In this one, you did not like him, and
Mm-mm.
and so I feel like that was definitely a different role or different gear for him to switch out of and play. And I would say his role was very hard. And anybody else, I don't think, I disagree. I don't think anybody could have done his role. It would have been very very picky, to say the least, in my
Well,
opinion.
the reason I say a lot of people could have done that role is because there's a lot of people who play good jerks, and
Hmm. Hmm.
you know, and so the people that play good jerks could have played that role.
I was looking at the list of movies for 1988, and it was a lot of good movies. If somebody can real quick and see which like give me like just the top four from that year. They were awesome. They had 88 was a great year for film.
So I have never seen The Graduate, I don't think. Is that what Dustin Hoffman was in?
Maybe, possibly.
I've never heard of that one. Hmm. Okay, so everybody in the chat gave it a 4. You gave it a 3.8. I
Hmm.
gave it about a 3.8 too because I still think they could have
I
done
just
more
want
with the
more.
ending.
I want more
Yeah, but
movie.
I
It was
wanted
a
to see.
beautifully done movie. Oh, and this was Hans Zimmer's first score. This is the first time he ever made the music for a movie, and he did great. This is the same guy that goes on to make the music for Top Gun, True Romance, Days of Thunder. He did a lot of Tom Cruise's movies, and I
What
loved
music?
him.
What what song was it that
All
he?
the sound, all the drums, like, all that stuff, he made all that noise. In Days of Thunder, bow, 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 bow. Yeah, he did that one too. He's done a lot of film music. Go look up his list of all the movies that he's done, and you're like, wow, wow. You'd be surprised. Hans Zimmer, Hanszimmer. I love that guy. He's awesome.
Did you notice at the end? And I've never noticed this before until yesterday when I watched it. You
What
know,
is
in
it?
the movie, remember in the movie he had the camera and he was taking pictures.
Uh-huh.
Well, at the end, when the credits come, it's all the pictures, and I think it's all the pictures he took. And if you look carefully, it's all the pictures he took are numbers of like things with numbers on it. Like the bridge, when they cross over the bridge, he took a picture of the top of the bridge with the number 16 foot 9 inches or whatever. So everything had numbers on.
Wow, I did not notice that. Good call. I'm totally gonna go watch that again tonight and go watch that.
Yeah,
Because
watch.
I don't think I ever sat through and watched the credits. I always thought it was like a classic 80s where you just had your credits roll and
Yeah,
like Roadhouse, where the night comes falling.
well, I usually don't pay attention to the credits either, and then I'm like, what's this supposed to mean? Or like the first picture, it was like just a picture of like, I think the first one was kind of blurry. I'm like,
Yeah, he said
why
he
is there a
sees it.
blurred picture? Yeah,
Ken
and I'm
Ken
like,
Ken called that. He's so right. He's
yep,
like, I see it. He's like, how did you count those toothpicks, right? Yeah. He said, I see it. I see
yep,
it. And that just he's so awesome. Remembering the names in the phone book. Read the
yeah.
telephone book. Sally Dibs Sally.
And then sprouts out the number, and he's like, how'd you do that? I
Four six
because I
four one oh two. 46102. Yeah.
yeah, and but yeah, I didn't like because I never really watched the credits either. I just happened to like what's this supposed to mean? And then more pictures came up and I'm like, and there are numbers. And I'm like, oh, he was taking pictures with the camera through the movie. These are the
Uh,
pictures he took. And then I noticed that it was numbers. Like everything had a
okay.
number.
Did you
Yeah.
watch this on Amazon Prime like me?
Hmm.
Yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, everybody, it was free on there. And if you haven't gone and watched it, that doesn't mean I mean, we haven't really spoiled, I guess I'd say, really. I mean, but
Well, kind of maybe.
a, kinda, but go watch it. It's still worth it. If you have not seen this movie, it's something that needs to be watched. It's part of becoming human.
So, what does everybody want to watch next week? And but before we do that, what were your favorite scenes
Oh,
if you watched the movie?
yeah, everybody else. Let me hear. What were your favorites? I gotta go with him arguing with the underwear. Just at Kmart. That is timeless. You can't. That's never gonna get repeated. And he's just out there. He had to stop the car and get out. He was that frustrated. He's like, what difference? What difference does it make where you buy underwear? It is underwear wherever you buy it, in Cincinnati or wherever. At Kmart, you got to get it at Kmart.
like like he had to put in the last word. He's like, I'm getting the last word. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious.
I love it. That's funny. And him in the bedroom when they're doing the nasty.
Oh
He's just
yeah.
mimicking the noises.
And they're like,
I think
and then,
I think Raven's in the room. But that
and then,
also gets followed up by probably what aged the worst, and he's like, "Stop acting like an idiot." You probably wouldn't call him that in a movie today. You wouldn't hear that word
no,
be called, so
no, or the R word that
or the
people hate.
R word.
Yeah, because I think he called them that once in the
Yeah, we're
movie, and I don't think that would fly
yeah.
nowadays.
It's whenever he grabbed his neck, he said, "Stop acting like an effing R," and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But okay, so we did Tom Cruise this week. We've done
yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Hanks. We've done Adam Sandler. We've done Denzel
We've done
Washington,
we've done a lot of good actors, man. We
Harrison Ford.
yeah,
What are we
we
gonna
did.
do?
Did we do the Back to the Futures?
No. Should we do
Man, I
the first one?
love those. I love the Back to the Future.
What do you guys think
Man.
about oh, Ken says Notebook. What do you guys think about Back to the Future or Notebook?
Oh yeah, we did have Notebook on the list for last week. Heh, he said repeat. We
Repeat
totally did.
what?
I guess Rain Man.
Oh,
That's funny. I'm cool with Notebook. I like the Notebook. It's such a good movie. Mm,
yeah. What does everybody else want?
I vote Notebook.
Like says no.
Paprika. We've missed all of our followers. Are we lagging behind? I'm not getting anybody shows up. You're reading them off before I get them.
Yeah, Ken was the last one.
Well, I'm
So Notebook.
cool
Any
with
guy?
Notebook. I love that movie. That's such a good movie. I'm
It's a
ready.
good
I'm
movie.
ready to uh, destroy you in some trivia.
Oh, Crocodile Dundee. Didi throws one out, another one out there.
Wow, Crocodile
I
Dundee.
I haven't seen that in a long, long time.
Wow, he is awesome. That is a rewatchable. Totally, man.
Okay.
Who played him?
Oh, what's his name? Oh gosh, the Australian guy. What's his
Yeah,
name?
I don't remember.
I forget his actual name. You want some trivia, you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, I thought there was three. I thought there
Three.
was three parts.
I can't
I may be
remember.
wrong. But yeah, I love Crocodile Dundee too. That would be
The,
cool. What's your favorite movie uh that has an animal that like it's with an animal?
um, Beauty and the Beast. Is the Beast an
Really?
animal?
I don't know. I would feel like more like we need to talk like a real animal. I'm thinking like I liked okay, so I'll rattle off three and you tell me if you've ever seen them. Any Which Way But Loose with Clint Eastwood and the orangutan. Hey, right turn, Clyde, and he punches him. That's a good one. And Dunstan Checks In. That's about a monkey in a hotel. I
Yeah,
love that
that's
one.
a good one. That's a good one.
Um,
Peabody
and
Zoo, yes, that was good. Bambi, oh,
oh
yep, love Bambi.
yeah, you guys are hitting them now. Where did Alyssa go?
I don't know.
Alyssa always throws out a good banger.
Okay, so are we gonna do Crocodile Dundee or
I'll let the
Notebook?
chat make their picks first, and then we can be the deciders.
While the chat is doing that, oh,
Bam.
you're brushing out our dogs. Uh-huh. Okay, Alyssa. Okay, well the chat's deciding on either oh, Ken says Dundee, Crocodile Dundee,
Kansas Crocodile Dundee.
and I'm assuming Dee Dee wants that too. Yep, Dundee. Okay, Crocodile Dundee it is. We'll do the first, I guess the first one. Might as well go in order,
Yeah,
right?
sure. Yeah, totally.
Okay,
I'm cool with that.
let's do a couple trivia questions. See if anybody can beat Blake.
Wait, do you have
What's
maple syrup? I need maple syrup first before we start with for my pancakes. It'll be too late. We're definitely not gonna have. I can't do trivia if we don't have my maple syrup. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna be. It's gonna be a whole long time before we get our pancakes. Oh, I'm being
Okay,
facetious. I'm sorry.
oh, that's funny. Okay, what state's Klamath Basin Wildlife Refuge boasts the largest winter concentration of bald eagles in the contiguous U.S.? What
Hmm.
state's Klamath Basin Wildlife Refuge boasts the largest winter concentration of bald eagles in the contiguous U.S.? Ooh, close, Ken, not Washington. Go south
I w-
more.
uh, is it Montana?
No, south of Washington. No,
Like Washington D.C. or Washington State?
Washington State. Not
South
Oregon.
Dakota?
Keep going south of Oregon, Ken.
Oh, California?
Yes, California.
Are you
Very good.
serious? That's crazy. Hmm.
what what future Grammy winner was known in her teen years as the Canadian Debbie Gibson? Huh.
Hmm.
I never thought this. What future Grammy winner was known in her teen years as the Canadian Debbie Gibson? Not Tiffany. Blake is a little young for this person.
I don't remember that name. I mean, I don't think I know it.
It was Alanis Morissette.
Huh.
Okay. Who was known to Ronald Reagan as Mermy? Who was known to Ronald Reagan as Mermy?
Hmm.
Ken.
I don't know this one either.
Anybody? Anybody? Maureen Reagan.
Maureen?
Yep. I don't know who that was to him,
That
but
must be Mrs. Reagan.
I don't know. Or his daughter, maybe, if he had a daughter. What pithier pen name did Antonia Suzanne drabble about before scribbling Possession of Romance? What pithier pen name did Antonia Suzanne Drabble adopt before scribbling Possession of Romance? This one's probably too hard. It's AS Buy It. I don't know. Okay. What company teamed with Microsoft to produce a web TV enabled recliner? What company teamed with Microsoft to produce a web TV enabled recliner?
Lazy Boy?
Yes, very good.
Yes.
You got one. All right. How
Hell
many
yeah.
how many minutes did Travis Knight play before fouling out of an NBA playoff game on May 23rd, 1999? 6, 12, or 18?
Wait, read it again.
How many minutes did Travis Knight play before fouling out of an NBA playoff game on May 23rd, 1999? Yes, Didi,
18.
6. Nope, Didi
Six
got it.
minutes?
6.
Wow. You,
6
okay, so
minutes.
if you foul out in 6 minutes, that means you got to foul every minute.
Right? Is there 6 fouls
Yeah,
before you foul
you can
out?
have six, but your sixth one fouls you out. So really, you can only have five. If you get a sixth one, then you're out of it. So he got he got a foul a minute.
Yeah, you knew that
That's
one, Didi?
insane.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
very good, Didi. All right, Ken, get the riddle ready. Okay, Blake, any last words for the chat?
Man, I love the movie thing that we're on. If you guys think we need to switch gears, if you guys are over it, if you're done, let me know. But I'm enjoying it. If you guys are enjoying it, let's keep it going. And I appreciate all our loyal followers. Uh, Soon enough, Miss Jamie will be monetized, and then we'll really be on the ball here. So. Go and
Hopefully,
tell everybody to give us a like and a subscribe. We need what, less than 100 now? Less
97
than
more
a
to
hundred.
go.
97 more people, guys. Come on. Like we can do this if we can just reach out to everybody, tell them to tell them to tell them. That's how it works. Chain reaction.
Yes.
And that's all I
Well,
have for you.
well, thanks, Blake. And thank you everyone for such a great chat. And hi, Chris. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And remember, you're all beautiful inside and out. Don't let anyone make you think differently. And Ken, do we have the quote for the night? And remember, we're next week is Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, the quote of the night is Colonel Sanders. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
Okay, thanks for taking Ken's spot, and that's the quote from Blake. Have a great. Oh, oh wait, Ken has one. Um, Soren Kierkegaard. Okay, probably butchered that. Don't forget to love yourself.
I
Yes,
like
don't
mine
forget to love
better.
yourself. Yours is a good one. All right, guys, have a great night, and I'll see you next week.
See
Bye.
ya. Bye.